Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be going over a topic that is really disappointing to me, and it's about Greg Doucette. So if you don't know, Greg Doucette is a YouTuber. He has like 2 million subscribers. He's like a fitness guy, and he talks about a lot of no-nonsense stuff like natty or nots, and he gives a lot of helpful advice. And starting with the good, he does a lot of good stuff. I don't know everything about the fitness industry. I just go to the gym, and a lot of the things he says I agree with like 100%. I pretty much always agree with him. I liked a lot of the stuff he said. I like no nonsense type of people that have no nonsense. He says a lot, I say what you need to hear, not what you want to hear, and I can respect that. Some people you have to, oh my gosh, my hand's in the way. Some people you had to just say the truth to, and I can respect that. And he said a lot of things. He says, don't take steroids. He doesn't glorify them at all. He says he took them. He says don't make fun of people for things they can't control. Just normal stuff. But I also like that he's not insecure about his height at all. It's not like he's just like around 5'6", I think. And people make fun of him for his voice's height, but he doesn't care. He just owns it, and I can respect that a lot. I'm not saying that like because I'm short in a way, but I'm 5'11", which is honestly, I can't get a good, I'm just gonna hold it. But yeah, like, even I'm insecure about my height sometimes. A lot of people are super tall now, but it's whatever. Everyone's insecure about something, and I like this messaging of just owning it. So, it's good. He left a lot of good messages. It was a positive impact, but, this wouldn't be a disappointing video if I was just glazing him, because he did something that kind of threw away all of his credibility, in my opinion. I mean, you can say like it didn't throw away all his credibility. Like, he still does good, and I still think so, but no nonsense people, that roll like that, no nonsense. They get no nonsense, treatment, when they do something bad that they know is a lie, not a mistake, but like it's just flat out lying to their audience. That's, they're going to get punished more than the people that lie all the time. That's just how it is. And that's how it's got to be. So basically, he did a natty or not a long time ago. I don't know how long ago, on this guy named Hussein Farhat. I think that's how you pronounce it. But basically, you can use your eyes. On what world is this guy natural? He got 16 years of progress in 16 months. And, even Mr. Greg said, like, hey, this guy is obviously not natural. And if you use your eyes, like, you don't need any test or anything. You could tell that, come on. And Greg just keeps saying, but okay, wait, I'm jumping too far ahead. But now that, Hussein is a co-owner of Greg's freaking company and he sent the blood work. Suddenly, all of a sudden, he's natural and has 1 in a million genetics, which is just a number he made up. I don't know why he keeps saying that. He just keeps saying, 1 in a million genetics, 1 in a million genetics, 1 in a million genetics. Like, okay, 1 in a million genetics is giving you 16 years of progress in 16 months and looking better than... There's so many 1 in a million genetics people, like Sebum Arnold, that made... They're like 1 in a billion, honestly, and they made less progress in the time that this guy made. And, but this guy is natural and 1 in a million. Like, it's so obvious and such a clear lie. And what Greg likes to say is, he sent the blood work, surprise test, like... Obviously, it doesn't show. Like, there's so many ways you can fake that, and, like, he knows that. And now Greg just suddenly flipped the switch, and it would be more believable if he wasn't, like, just, he sent one blood work, like, it's so obvious that he has to be natural because it says... No, Greg before has countless times said, like, but blood work isn't everything, it could be this, could be that, you have to do it multiple times. Like, it's not... Like, it pretty much is a good classification, but there's ways to fake it. But when this guy suddenly... Hussein, I think it's Hussein, I'm sorry. I'm going to say Hussein because I think that's what it is. Hussein sent his blood work in. Suddenly, it's like 100% accurate. There's no way to fake it. And now he's a co-owner of his company. And it's just so obviously a lie. You can watch so many videos on it. People are calling Greg out on this BS. And it's so disappointing to me because now I don't know what he says that's true or false. Like, he could have lied about something else. This is just the one thing I know. Greg also has lied about his steroid use. Like, he admits it now, but he might be lying a little, and he lied about when he started taking them and all that. Like, I mean, I get it. the fitness industry is very insecure, and it was like a time when everyone lied, but he kind of still lies about it, like, because he started taking it way earlier than he said he did, and there's proof of that, and honestly, I believe it, especially after this whole situation. But it's bad. Honestly, people are going to comment about the other criticisms they have of him, like snake oil salesman. Like, he just tries to sell this stuff a lot, but I don't really blame him for that, honestly. I think his advice is good. And, you know, the losing weight thing, like, it's not about just not eating anything. It's about, like, just eating healthy and feeling full. Like, I think his cookbook is good. It just has stuff that makes you feel full and is good for you and tastes good. You know, I respect what he says a lot about the weight loss, because I used to be really fat, but I lost a lot of weight, and, you know, his advice is true. You know, I struggled with it at the beginning. I thought healthy food just had to taste bad, but there's a lot of healthy food that you can cook on your own or just get that can taste good. You know, eating healthy and losing weight does not have to be a struggle. It's just a change of diet that's just harder to obtain, because you kind of have to do the cooking yourself and everything. It's hard to obtain, but losing weight does not need to be like a major struggle. So yeah, I think that's good advice. You know, I don't know anything about his supplements or anything, but now I would never buy them. You know, he says just take them when you're over 25, which I can respect a lot, because 25 is the age when your brain stops developing, and he doesn't just say 21. You know, he says a lot of good things like that, which I agree with. But now he's all that steroid, like, don't take steroids before you're 25, no supplements. Now that he's saying that Hussein is a actual natty, it kind of throws that all out the window, in my opinion. Like, oh, look at this guy. Oh, he's natural, and it's going to make more people insecure and want to take, you know, stuff. And it's just bad for the, you know, just like, people's images in general. It's going to make more people want to take it, and then just fake being natty and just ruin their life. You know, I like what Greg says when he says, you know, people should want to live a long, healthy life. A lot of people want to, like, they don't want to live that long, like, you know, living to 90 or whatever. But I think it's good that we do. A lot of people think when you get to that age, you're just old and you're just in pain. But if you live a healthy lifestyle and have a healthy diet and everything, there's a lot of healthy people out there that actually live good lives when they're 90 and even 100. It's crazy. And that's what, you know, everyone should strive to do, because when you get to that age, you're not just going to die. You're going to realize, like, hey, I want to be with my family for as long as I can, you know, and it's only literally one life. So, you know, it leaves a lot of good messages, but this is just ruining people's, like, image of what natural looks like. It's ruining people's self-esteem. You know, it's a very, you know, a lot of people are insecure about stuff like this, and, you know, it's ruining people's perceptions. It's just not good. And he's lying to his audience, and someone held as high as regard as him for not lying and being honest. Lying is bad, and, you know, it's just not good. Anyway, those are my thoughts. I rambled a lot, but Greg says, come on, this is the most fraudulent thing ever. This is just bad. Like, come on. Anyway, that's the video. Let me know what you guys think, if I'm wrong, if I'm right. Subscribe, because please just sub. And I really enjoy making my videos, and, you know, sub means you enjoyed it. So if you enjoyed it, subscribe. If you didn't, just subscribe anyway. Like the video, and yeah, peace.